I met him at work, and he seemed really full of energy, interesting, and cute. My first day working, he saw I was wearing a small backpack, and he joked about it, saying I was going to go out back and have a joint. He kept this going for a while, and I found it so funny because I'm straight edge. He would constantly scare me by sneaking up on me or turning around really quick and making a noise. He threw tinfoil burger ball wraps at my head, and I tried to get him back, but my booze and my shots were very weak. I was glad that we became friends after a few times of working together. We worked really well together, everything was organized and it was done really fast. We didn't work together much at all, but over the 3 months we did, we got to know each other a little better. Within the last month of him working there, I had talked to him about my relationship struggles, as well as another female coworker. So when I left my relationship, he didn't waste any time trying to scoop me up. We began talking and couldn't stop talking. We talked until 2 a.m. almost every night, talking about life and sharing stories back and forth. We had a lot more in common than I ever thought to be possible. After 2 days of spending all of our time together, he asked me out. It was still pretty soon after my breakup, and he was worried it would be too soon, but I told him it was okay. It had been a relationship I wanted out of for a while, and I had already came to terms with ending it. I was craving new experiences, and that's what the universe was gifting me with, it seemed. So I said yes. I definitely didn't think I was going to be dating so soon after a breakup, or after a 4-year relationship. I thought it would take me forever to find a person right for me. I was even going to explore girls next, because this had been on my mind for a very long time. But as I told Devin, he will have to do. He just appeared in my life so unnoticed. I never would have thought we would have so much in common, and I honestly never thought he would be interested in me. It had been a few days since I had ended my relationship, and my ex and our roommate decided I'd be the one to move out. Even though I had my name on the lease, and I guess I expected it, but I thought I'd have time to find a new place to stay. But they wanted me out within 3 days, and they wanted me to pay next month's rent still. I said no to paying the rent if I wasn't going to be living there, and I had all my stuff out by the 30th. I didn't know where I was going to go. I just got my job, I just started school, I couldn't move back home right now. My mom took some of my stuff home, and I was thinking about staying in a motel until I could find a place. But Devin didn't want me to stay in a motel, and he let his sister know what was going on, and his sister let me stay with both of them in her one-bedroom apartment for a week and a few days. Then the apartment got a little crowded, and she needed space, and I completely understood. I hate people, and I need my alone time. So I stayed in a motel for 2 nights, and Devin made sure I was safe. We were still spending all day together at this point. We were basically inseparable. Then I realized how expensive a motel could get, and I was going to rent a car I could live in until I got a place. At this point, I finally told my best friend about my situation, and her mom wanted me to stay with them instead. So that's where I'm at right now. Devin and I are still spending free time together and getting to know each other as best we can. And he has been so supportive of what I want to do next, and he's been there for me when things get really stressful. I feel so blessed to have him in my life. One of my favorite things we have done so far is go for walks in the forest that's close by. I love nature, and so does he. We found a nice little spot all to ourselves in the woods, and we just lay there looking up at the sky, mostly at night to try to see stars and UFOs. He saw a shooting star the other night, but I missed it because I was talking too much. And the tree branches and leaves look so beautiful looking up at them, the birds chirping and the river flowing by us. The most calming, relaxing feeling I think I've ever felt. And it's amazing that I get to feel this way with him by my side so we can talk about it. We also enjoy exploring the forest in the daytime and following all the little natural made paths to see where they lead to. We sometimes get lost and explore unmapped territory, unlike Dora. And we trek through the river. Well, we did one day. And I stepped on some rocks to cross the river, like little tiny rocks just through the water, poking their heads up, and we crossed the river on those. I ended up slipping into a puddle at one point because I was trying to jump off an old tree trunk, and I got boggy shoes, and they were really stinky. I don't want to share too many memories with you guys yet, because I feel like I could go on forever, and I'm truly so happy, and I'm so excited with my future with him. And it's weird how the universe works. I put out to the universe exactly what I wanted, and the universe worked pretty damn fast. I wanted to make this part because I know from an outsider's perspective it may look like I left my last relationship for Devin. And I just want to clear up the confusion and the strong feelings people may be having towards me because of how my ex may have made people think due to his way of venting. It's cool if you dislike me, but it's not cool for you to not hear both sides of the story. It's important to look at things in three ways because there is always three perspectives, and all are true, unless somebody's lying. But my ex is sharing what he remembers and what he felt, and that is absolutely okay. And that is all I'm doing. Remember, every situation in life has three perspectives: the good, the bad, and the in-between. The greatest evolution in consciousness is when you can look at all three sides without getting stuck in the middle. And that's it, guys. This is my story thus far.